Yo, what's good? What's good? Welcome to Epic Entertainment Critics. I am Antoine. So, gonna do a couple of trailer reactions. Gonna go see that Predator over the weekend, so you're gonna get a review up for that. But right now, just checking out the little trailers that's coming out. Not too much to go crazy over on my standpoint, because it's a couple movies and it's some things that I don't think nobody's really making a big deal over, but a couple things that look all right, and I'm gonna go ahead and watch the trailer, do a little reaction for it. But one thing that caught my eye was they released a teaser for the Daredevil season 3. Now I love season 1 and 2, and actually the Daredevil series kind of got me on the whole Netflix, the Marvel Netflix. It kicked off the Marvel Netflix little universe, and those shows a lot grittier than the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and the Daredevil show set the tone, where it was extremely violent, lot of cursing, it was very adult. Sometimes the violence be a little too extreme, where it was like okay, like they be having like 20 dead people in the building, and then nobody talk about it like that didn't just happen. They have somebody go and kill everybody in the building, and like, okay, the city's not like tripping off 20 dead people. Okay, whatever. It's a gritty show. I understand that, but sometimes you gotta be a little more realistic with it when you do something like that. You can't you can't just have mass murder and have it overlooked by the public. It's just not gonna happen. So, but show is still good. It's faithful to the comic. It's a lot of good martial arts, good choreography, and then they had this it started off with the Daredevil. They had a hallway scene where they did one take. He fight all these people in one hallway, where he basically couldn't. They didn't stop and have him rest and come back and do some more fighting. No, he did all the fighting in one take, and you can tell he was physically exhausted doing all these fighting all these people, and they was getting out of breath. And that's realistic, And these action movies, they have people run like miles and don't even be out of breath. Like if you chasing somebody for a mile, by the time you catch him, you're gonna be too tired to do something to him. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna have a whole 5-minute fight after you just ran a mile. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was realistic. So, it kind of got me on this universe. It got me really liking this show. I ain't gonna just say just the universe, because every show is slightly different. But they kind of got that dark tone. Like Jessica Jones, it's not quite the same as Daredevil, but it has that tone. It has that nighttime tone. Everything feel gritty and dirty and stuff. So, it was a good show. I really love it. I enjoyed season 2. With the addition of a Punisher, it got even more violent. But hey, it was still a good show. And so I'm looking forward to season 3, because it's supposed to be the Born Again comic book art, which is it's a real good comic book art. And if you want to see Matt Murdock, Daredevil, tested, this was the comic book that really tested him as a superhero, as a man. So I really enjoyed that. I think that was a Frank Miller run, and you know how Frank Miller do it. It ain't gonna be happy if it's Frank Miller. So I want to watch this teaser, and I'm gonna see if what it's looking like. So. Without further ado, let me pull this up. Daredevil Season 3 teaser. All right.
I once believed that justice could be found in a court of law. In the light of day. I was fooling myself. Darkness only responds to darkness. And the truth is, I'd rather die as the devil than live as Matt Murdock.
Okay. All right. So, okay. No footage there. No footage there. I like the setup. I like he's doing his confession. He got his old outfit on, so I'm not sure it's supposed to be a flashback or is this something more recent. Last time we seen Matt Murdock was the end of Defenders. And at the end of Defenders, you thought he was dead, but they showed him still alive in a convent, I believe, a nun's convent where he was being nursed back to health, but he was in a coma. That actually happened, and so so it's actually a good setup for how that comic started. But I mean, this teaser is slightly disappointing because I mean, like, give me some footage, just a couple flashes here and there. I know it's a little teaser, and they just kind of like they just basically setting up for it. And this is only good for the fans who know the previous stuff because I'm looking now it's just gonna be it's basically saying take our word for it. This good. We ain't got nothing to show you, but take our word for it. I take your word for it because I like your previous stuff and I read the original comic. But what about the people who haven't read the comic? You know what I'm saying? It's like you got to give us a little more than that. I like how it's set up though. I like how he's a bloody mess. Looked like he just got done fights with crime, and he confessed to a priest. And that was kind of a big thing in the comics that Matt Murdock, he's called the Daredevil, but he's like a real faithful Catholic. And it's like, okay, that's backward, but that's cool. Whatever. So I mean, I like where it was going, but I thought they was going to give me some flashes of what the season was going to look like. I thought it was going to give us some season. I thought it was going to give us some idea of what the season was going to look like. Just a little bit, but they didn't. But they'll give us that in the trailer. I'm not sure when the trailer's going to drop, but slightly disappointing, but still look kind of promising. So I'm cool with that. So that's my reaction for the Daredevil teaser. I'm gonna move on and do a couple other trailer reactions. All right. So thanks for checking out the video. Peace.